You gotta dream big and live big.
I'm always gonna work. I'm always gonna be hungry.
I'm everything that you thought I was, and then some.
I have everything to prove. Coming from Rockingham, North Carolina, growing up in a subpar neighborhood, growing up with one parent, it was a challenge, but I feel like everybody couldn't have made it through my situation where seeing my father die at a young age and still being able to keep a motivation to drive myself. So I feel like God put me there because, I know how to handle it.
To watch him pass away in front of us, it took a toll, but it made us who we are today.
When this baby was born, his dad would say to his friends, he said, "That's gonna be my NFL baby," and they would look at him and laugh at him. He told me, he said, "You watch and see." And every night that I go in my bed and I pray, I said, "I don't know how you predict that, but I know you watching your baby with just what you said he was gonna be an NFL baby."
Melvin played about everything when he was here. The rumor is Melvin played quarterback. That's not true. He worked with the quarterbacks a lot, goofing around, but he long snapped, he kicked, he punted, he played linebacker, of course, wide receiver and running back. So he covered the gamut.
Melvin the type of person, he got bored playing one position all the time. He'll play it for a while, and after that, he's ready to do something else.
I like playing every position on the field. I feel like when you play every position on the field, there's more chances to make plays.
A game comes to mind against our rivals. Melvin blocked the pass, intercepted it, run it in for a touchdown. Blocked the field goal, ran it in for a touchdown. Scored a pass as a receiver and ran it in as a tailback. He scored every point in the game.
He said, "I like to play at all times. He don't never want to sit down." That's his thing. He never wants to sit down.
Yeah. You wanna lead the tour? This the good locker room. Real college locker room.
Melvin makes a competition out of everything.
Weight room right here.
His senior year here in high school, before he left, he came in, warmed up a little bit. He said, "What's the clean record, Coach?" And we told him, and he warmed up a little bit, put it on the bar and did it and walked out. Everything's a competition for him, and I think that's kind of helped him get where he's at.
I try to put myself around positive people and people who are growing in their success, and people like Find them that have been through the process and had a successful journey so far. Just the type of person I would like to pattern myself around.
Melvin, he's like a little brother to me. I reached out to him. I saw myself, in him. I saw a guy that played the same type of football that I played. Played the same position, It's already a bond there.
Yeah.
We relate in so many ways on and off the football field.
We both like to have fun. We both very competitive. We hate losing.
He up 1-0 already. I got to get back.
We compete walking into the grocery store. Who can get in the room first? It's constantly compete.
This going through. We got one more in us. Let's go!
In India, I pretty much blew him out.
It's over. It's over.
Snow peas?
I really don't like vegetables. I never liked them as a kid, and it's hard for me to eat them. I really don't like them.
It's kind of weird because guys were telling me not to do stuff last year, and I see Melvin and I tell him not to do it. We got green beans in here, cucumbers. I learned a little bit in college, but with GSSR at the Super Bowl is really when it popped off for me. Sitting down with the nutritionists and the scientists and working with those guys. Now I understand some of it, so I try to tell him, you need to eat right. It's like every kid loves broccoli. But I can't really, get on him because, I didn't really get started until my rookie season.
What's that, seaweed?
You don't want to try it?
Smell it. Smell it.
Smells pretty good. You never tried it before?
Yeah.
I try some, you try some. It tastes pretty good, too. It ain't that bad. Eventually, he's going to have to figure out that diet, and he's got to get that down, to become the player that he wants to be.
Early in the morning, 8:30. Pro
day today. We're going out here to have some fun with the scouts.
In my time being a football player here, I feel like I left a great legacy. It's time to go out here and put on.
Coaches and general managers could not believe this kid's pro day workout.
Every time I go out and do something, I try to set a statement. Because when I do stuff, I want to be the best. When they leave, I want people to talk about me in the car ride on the way back.
Clearly, the guy's in great shape. He's outstanding. You wish he had longer arms and all that. If he did, he'd probably go in the top 10 picks. We'll see. He's an excellent football player, and he's got a great personality.
I don't just want to be known as a football player. I want, when I'm done, I want people to be like, I want to be like him. He was a passionate football player. He had a relentless attitude.
I think the biggest issue he had to face was what was he going to run the 40 in, and I think he caused a little bit of that by not running the 40 at the combine.
All I did was run routes. I didn't do any other running drills or any of that. I had a tweaked hamstring. I think I did pretty well. I caught the ball pretty good. So, I mean, it was frustrating, but I knew what I could do. I knew, what I was going to run, having to sit back and take it all in and, wait for pro day to prove it. I know I'm not as slow as people thought I was, but, I was more excited, to get out here and show them what I could do and show them that I can run a little bit.
And to the kid's credit, he ran really well. I talked to a bunch of guys and before he ran, and we all were guessing between 4.5 and 4.55.
I was trying to shoot for a 4.45. That was kind of in my head.
I had him in 4.48 and 4.49. Big body wide receiver running high 4.4s, 4.50 is good.
Yeah, Black. Yeah, Black. Yeah, Black. There you go.
It's a fun process. I've enjoyed it. It's a stepping stone to where I want to be. I wouldn't say I'm too bad of an eater. My mom made bacon just about every morning. So when I got older, I started making bacon and eating it as much as I can. I like eating bacon. It's just something I like to do.
It may be okay to have moderate amounts of fat throughout the day, but for an athlete, he doesn't want to have a moderate amount of fat for a snack right after he works out. It's not your best of nutrient timing and refueling your body. And that's related to the science and physiology behind it.
My eating habits aren't the best, but I think with more time, you get a lot better in the future.
7 seconds, 6. Let's go, turn the pedals as fast as you can, let's go. Keep turning the pedals.
Football is a game of explosion. It's a game of power, a game of speed. The fuel that allows the body to do those type of movement, those type of action, is carbohydrates. Having the athletes gain the understanding that carbohydrates is going to be the fuel that's going to allow them to do their best performance, that education is huge for these guys.
We'll do a little bit of education on nutrition, hydration. Then we'll go over your results specifically.
Okay. It's good being at the top of the class in your position, but also when you get there, it's still gonna be a fight. Nothing's guaranteed.
Pump, come on, throw it down hard, back up, yeah, there you go.
I want to be successful, and I want to try to do the best I can, trying to reach my goals, and not wanting to fail, not being a failure. Ready for the draft to be here and ready for them to make a decision.